This is Marathon, Greece. It's about 33 miles from Athens and about 24 miles from the Athens airport. The area we're in is called Schinias, and on the other side of this peninsula that you see sticking out here is Schinias Beach, which is part of Schinias National Park. The beach is filled with pine trees. It's like a pine tree forest. And if you're driving on the side of the road, you can't even see the beach. There's just a little driveway that you drive through, a rocky dirt road, and you come out to the beach. We'll see that later from the point of view of the other side of the peninsula when I show you a little bit of the beach. Right now, this road we're taking is in the morning going to the only local convenience store / coffee shop that's down the street here, and it has a awesome little table with an umbrella and a great view of the cliffs here and the water and the mountains on the other side. So it's a really nice walk in the morning. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. This is the view right now from the little cafe. And like I said, it's the only one here. So anybody from this neighborhood is coming here in the morning to get some bread, a newspaper, a coffee, to hang out. This area is not very touristy. I think most of the people that live here are local Greeks. There are some summer houses here, I would assume, that maybe they're not filled up during the winter months, but for the most part, most of the people who live here are locals. I have met some people on the beach and actually in this cafe who were American, but they're American Greeks and they have relatives out here or parents or whatever. So this is, again, one of those places that it's a really nice place to come to, but most people have no idea it's here or wouldn't know the first thing about where to stay over here, because I don't think there's any hotels, but there is a few multiple apartment buildings over here, maybe 3-4 units coming up on the right-hand side. I think you can see it, the yellow building there. So they do rent them out Airbnb these days, so there are definitely places here you could rent out on Airbnb. I stayed at a place up on the hill, the place made of local stones on the outside, and it has a great view of the cliff, and that's an Airbnb building, even though the owner lives there full time, just rents it out in the summer for some extra money. So you could definitely stay out here. It's just a little harder to find it. Like I said, there's no real hotels or anything like that. And being that this is Marathon, and most people have heard of it, obviously, in the name Marathon. The peninsula that you saw in the beginning that's sticking out over there, that I said the opposite side is the beach, Schinias Beach. That's actually the location where the Persians landed in 490 BC to invade Greece in the Battle of Marathon, where the Athenians fought back the Persians and beat them. So that actual beach is very historic. It's pretty cool knowing this and seeing what it's like, 2,500 years later. You got families swimming there. There's a restaurant on the beach. You got these nice houses right around the neighborhood. In Greece, I guess pretty much everywhere you go, there's some kind of historical significance, though. So my cousins were telling me when they were building the subways in Athens, it took so long because every time they dug up some ground, there's all kinds of artifacts or whatever that they had to stop and get archaeologists there and whatnot before they can keep digging and keep going. So pretty much everywhere you go, there's some kind of historical significance. So there's the peninsula again. And like I said, on the other side is Schinias Beach, right at the edge of the pine forest of the national park there. And all these to the right up these cliffs is a lot of nice houses, along with the Airbnb that we were staying at, that have awesome views of the cliff and the water and everything like that. So you'll see it better when we get up there. And to the left, you'll see there's more mountains and houses up on those mountains. And down below is a marshland. So I guess they can't build there because the ground is probably pretty soft from the ocean water being so close. It probably seeps into the bottom there and keeps the ground mushy and wet. So here's some of the houses coming up here. You can see they're really nice, really pretty big, and great views. The next house after this one is the one that we stayed at. Has a great pool that the guy built himself and great views, and it really wasn't super expensive, although it is a bigger house, so might need a few people to stay there to justify the cost. But like I said, the views are amazing. So next is the beach. So here's a picture of the beach, and right there is the other side of the peninsula, like we talked about. The water here is really clear, really clean, and it's really shallow. It goes out pretty far, and it doesn't get that deep. So it's pretty nice place. A lot of families come here, as you can see. A lot of kids swimming with their parents or whatever, and see how far they go out. So Marathon is really worth a visit, even if you're just coming out here for the day to Schinias Beach. And that's what a lot of people do on the weekends, because on the weekends, the parking lots here are filled with these huge coach buses that I guess come from Athens. A lot of people come from Athens to come to the beach for the day. They don't stay that long, but yeah, they definitely fill up. So you can look into that just to take a day trip out here if you want to see, just to see what it's like to check it out. So definitely check it out if you're able to. Thanks for watching.